Very good.
Mine was at least loud.
Hello.
Sounded like a clap.
How are you?
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, like you guys can talk to us.
That was a week of football.
Certainly a week.
It was too long. Monday football should not exist, first of all. I'm going to air my grievances about Monday football. It's so dumb. Especially playing Monday football at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Why? Why does that exist?
Because down where they did it, they had a public holiday.
Yeah, but also, like, why? It's always the Eels that play on Monday for some reason, and that just makes it worse because they've been terrible for so long. Every time he's like, oh, there's football on Monday, hooray! It's the Eels. Always the Eels. I don't understand why it's always the Eels.
Stupid. Do they ask for it, maybe?
Well, it's the Easter Monday one is always them and the Tigers. And then you get the freaking King's birthday one for some reason, which is, we'll get to that, but that's one of the worst games I've ever seen. It was
Horrendous.
It was
Heron.
horrendous.
Yeah, exactly.
So horrendous it was horrendous.
Yes. Yeah, it was terrible. Yep. Much like the first game of the week, which started on Thursday. Started on Thursday like it lasted.
Finished about 3 days later.
No.
It felt like
it. This game took forever.
Yeah.
The Sea Eagles beat the Rabbitohs. Wow.
Woot.
What a shock.
Yep.
What a shock that was. Like, what's going on at the Rabbits, man? What's going on?
Is Latrell Mitchell really that important to that
Well,
team?
yeah. But that's not even, I think, a question. But it's just like,
Unfortunately.
they were good for about 10 minutes in this game, I want to say. Like, they were good at basically the start of either half, and then everything else was terrible.
It was like 10-8 at halftime. It was still pretty close, but then
Yeah, but that's because someone from Manly got sin bin, right? It was Faulalo who went off. But they didn't even score any tries during that period, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
Just stupid. Oh, well, you know what killed them, right? So obviously Keon scored the try, and they're up 6-0. And then Faulalo gets sin bin, and instead of going for the try, they take the 2 to go up 8. And then they don't score any more points for like another hour. So that's what you get for taking the 2 when you're against 12. Cats. It was horrible. Yes. But no, this was just a bad game. This was Manly taking care of business against a Rabbitohs team that is quickly heading towards a very disappointing season, unfortunately.
Where did you have them again?
4th. Which is still possible, but like
that's happened.
I say by the fact it would have happened if everyone didn't get hurt again.
Right. Well, we would have, unfortunately, something's rotten in the state of South Sydney.
Just ridiculous, isn't it? Like, I don't know what else there is to say about South Sydney outside the fact that they are a dumb football team. Is the easiest way to say it. They are a very low IQ, smooth-brained football team. Yeah. Except Tallis Duncan, he's pretty
Much like one particular Bronco, which we'll get to.
yes. But
no.
But yes, it's Tallis Duncan. He's pretty respectable. I like him. He had 80 meters. He had 80 meters, and that's about it, right? It's just. But David Fafita was back and did.
If that was
nothing,
anything
stuff.
good.
Well,
He did stuff.
stuff and things. Yeah, he was bad. Just everything about this was bad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Even there, I can't believe it's not Latrell.
Yeah, he did.
Wasn't that?
And like Brandon Smith was back, but he was pretty clearly off the pace. Keon
He was terrible.
Kalamatangi is playing busted.
Yeah.
Ewan Aitken, they only played for half an hour, which doesn't make any sense to me. Especially because Fafita just coming back from an injury, they played him the whole game, which, I don't know, that doesn't make any sense to me, but I'm not Wayne Bennett, so, I don't know. Yeah, it's just stupid. I don't understand what's going on here. Too many utilities. Hubner, Humphreys, Dufty, and Garlick all on the bench. They've got one legitimate middle forward, and it's Sean Keppie. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yes,
And don't get me wrong, Kippy's not a bad player, but been under.
He's been one of their better forwards this year, is the fun thing. But like, it's just, just a bunch of
Not much happening for them, and Manly just did what they had to do to win
Manly
the
did what
football
they had
game.
to do. Yeah. Faulalo got hurt after getting sin bin, which isn't great because he's actually been pretty good
Yeah.
for them.
Cooler was back, which was
Yeah, he was fine.
good for them.
He did things.
190 metres. Yeah,
He did
that's
stuff
all
and things. Ola Kawatu proves that he's still ridiculous. Just like
He's the best edge forward in the game. I don't know that there's too many. The only person that might push him might be Kepu at this point.
Yeah, he's just Olakau'atu's ridiculous. They still figured out give him the ball, good things happen.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. Ruben Garrick's quietly put together like a really good month and a bit of football.
His kicking is bad.
His kicking is bad, but he had that one where it just looked like he absolutely shanked it and just fades back in off the post. He just it was one of those nights for Manly where most things just kind of went right, and Scouts made too many mistakes.
And
really,
the possession was too much in favour of Manly. It was 55-45 or something like that at the end of the game, and that you can't win a game when you're 10% down on that.
Granted, Souths couldn't get a whistle for the life of them. I did think there was...
That also happens when you don't have the ball very much,
I guess that's true.
They both completed pretty average, in the mid-70s.
Yeah, but it's just like, Souths missed more tackles. They didn't win contact very well.
Their average set distance was quite a bit smaller,
And Manly played the ball faster as well. So Souths were just losing the ruck for most of this game. You could see with a lot of Taniela Paseka's runs, I thought he was making great inroads there.
They certainly missed him last year.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not.
He's another almost Payne Haas-like player. He just makes ground every time he touches the ball.
He reminds me a lot of how Moses Leota is for the Panthers. I think it's pretty similar. They just do the 45 minutes of just run the hell out of the ball.
They do what they're supposed to do, right?
Yeah. Paseka's actually pretty important for this team.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But still, even bringing in people like Kobe Hetherington to shore up the defense in the middle has been great. Ben Trebojevic has been stellar.
He's actually been quite good.
Like Nathan Brown, even in this game, was excellent.
Nathan Brown is like 5,000 years old.
He's so much fun to watch. He just runs and runs and just doesn't stop.
He's just grumpy all the time.
He looks angry when he's running, doesn't he? It's great. I love Nathan Brown.
Yeah. He's another journeyman. He's been around a bit.
Yeah, he's been going around. What do you think? You have any particular thoughts about Manly or Souths in this game?
Well, South is bad.
Very good. Well
Manly are good.
Top tier analysis here.
Yep. Well, Manly were average and Souths
I'm
were just terrible.
tired, okay? Give me a break.
Yeah, no surprises there. Yeah, just Manly keep on track, and Souths need to get a win quick to get their season back on track. But speaking of getting seasons back on track,
3 in a row for the Storm.
Melbourne beat Knights.
They're not looking out bad, eh?
Just.
Yeah, They beat them by 1 try. It's just the kicking was a bit of a problem.
Yeah, because their kicker was so far long ago.
Who has been very, very good.
Why was Harry Grant not kicking?
This was a very entertaining game.
It was.
I had lots of fun with this one.
Oh, I like the little set too between Munster and Ponga. That was a bit
Yes,
of fun.
love it.
Ponga, he just calls Munster a bit of a character. He doesn't care.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, Melbourne, they won. That's what you can ask for.
90% completion.
Well, that's been their thing the whole year. It's like they haven't respected the ball. They finally felt like they respected having the ball. They conceded 9 line breaks, which isn't great, but
actually, by the looks of it, average set distance was with Newcastle, but not by 60 centimetres or so.
I don't think that's conceded 9 line breaks. They made 9 line breaks.
Melbourne conceded 9 line breaks because Newcastle made 9.
I thought you were talking about
No, the Canberra Raiders were also on the field in this game. They had 3 of them. You dimwit. My word. Okay, yes. But Melbourne, no, this was a good game.
It was. Once again, Melbourne controlled the game mostly.
Yes.
The Knights just scored stupid tries, right?
Well,
they scored them from distances and stuff like that, whereas Melbourne ground out their tries.
That's how Newcastle are, right? They are a Justin Holbrook coach team with Kalen Ponga, Fletcher Sharp, and Dylan Brown. They're always going to have tries like that.
Can I just say, Will Warbrick is bad.
Yes.
Although he had a relatively high
he was all right
ranking game in this one, at least with 200 metres and all that sort of stuff. But
overall,
he's been pretty average.
His defence is so poor. His defence is really, really
used to be
poor.
really good, and I don't know, maybe the injury. A lot of people come back from injuries and don't go back to the way they used to be.
Yeah, that's possibly.
Jerome Hughes is showing why he's one of the best halfbacks in the competition.
I'm completely fine in saying Jerome Hughes is fully back. He's looking really, really good. Stefano, still going nuts.
He's excellent.
Love to see it.
I love Cooper Clark. Can I say that? I think
he's great.
He is so cool.
He's great. I really like him.
I do too. I think he's just going well.
Look, again, Jack Hetherington gets on the field and they win. Who would have thunk? I've been saying this the entire season.
Pretty sure that's.
Why hasn't he been playing more?
I'm pretty sure that is not the deciding factor, but okay.
Okay, would you rather have him on the field or Josiah Pahulu?
Uh,
Exactly.
He's got a punchable face.
Yeah, you want to punch everybody in the face.
No,
I think you need some counselling.
Only people with punchable faces.
Reed Marnie.
No, he hasn't.
Yes, he has a punchable
No,
face.
he doesn't.
For goodness sake.
No.
But yeah, just Melbourne.
Reese Walsh.
Melbourne did things.
Yes,
Newcastle also did
No,
things, just not as many things.
But when you punch Reese Walsh, your hand's going to be covered in makeup, so it's like... Come on.
This is so rude.
Anyway, back to this game.
Back to this
And Newcastle tried hard and just couldn't quite get there at the end.
I don't think Newcastle should feel all that bad about this game, to be fair.
It
I
was
mean,
in
their defense wasn't great, but
It was in Melbourne. Melbourne had a couple of home games in a
they
row.
also lost Phoenix Crossland very early in this game, and their bench hooker was Harrison Graham, who, to his credit, isn't a bad footballer, but
Yeah. Phoenix has been going alright too. That's
Phoenix is just a tackle bot. He just doesn't miss. But I think they missed that through the middle, and that's why people like Stefano were able to go as ham as they did.
Dylan Lucas.
He's good. He's
11
really,
runs
really
for
good.
148.
He's really good.
Good in the Origin team now as
Yeah,
well.
we'll get to that
Yeah.
later. Also, 40 tackles and 1 miss for Lucas. Like he is very, very good. I feel like he's flown under the radar as a a top tier second rower in the
It's
competition.
because he's on Newcastle, man.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what it is, right? So yeah, he's been good.
Not
Dylan
known
Brown.
for their second row. It's always been known for a couple of really good big boppers up the front
Well,
and their back line. But
Mitch Barnett was there. They had Tyson
suppose they
Frizzell.
had
They had
Frizzell.
Aiden Guerra. Like
Guerra was sort of
he was a second rower.
Yeah, but he was in his twilight by then. He'd been at the Roosters.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, but it's a lot of these people that are just finding form now. Even Trey Mooney's finally looking like the forward I hoped he would be.
He's picked up because he was pretty ordinary and stuff.
So yeah, it's good things for Newcastle.
Yeah.
I like having Fletcher Hunt in the team. It seems he's pretty good.
Greg
So,
Marju.
he's Greg Marju.
Greg
Yes,
Martin was
he's
amazing.
running for many meters again.
And also Kalen Ponga.
Yeah,
Nothing needs to be said about Kalen Ponga. He is one of the most
he's frustratingly good.
As Cowboys fans, he's extremely frustratingly good.
Yep.
But this is just what he does. He is an amazing, amazing player.
Yeah.
But he needs to go to a tackling clinic
Yeah,
because he is
another
going to
one
get
where he
suspended for like 8 weeks if he's not.
Or he's
careful.
going to knock himself out,
Yeah.
which would be worse,
He went,
probably, for him.
no, he never played with Dylan Napper, did he?
No, I don't think
He
so.
plays like it though. He plays like he played with Dylan Napper.
Yeah, he does. Victor the Inflictor.
Here's the reckless part. Ponga's is just the I'm going to tackle people with my head part. But yeah, if he can figure that out, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
But Melbourne just need to win.
If he,
They're gonna win.
Yeah, Melbourne have won 3 in a row. If they lose one more, they're probably almost lined through it. So they have to just keep.
Well, they
winning
know
it.
that, right?
Yeah. They have to keep winning at this point.
Yes. Speaking of teams that I also think need to keep winning, the Roosters. They got a good win,
Or they won easily.
but the Raiders were terrible.
The Raiders were.
The
bad.
Well, here's the thing: the Raiders' outside backs had one of those games where they just didn't catch the ball, and
This
that
is
has
the
been a recipe for them losing the entire
They
year.
comfortably beat the Cowboys last week because they played a really, really good brand of football, and they turn up this week
And were very
and
bad.
were very ordinary.
Yeah, like just 14 errors. They were just not very good.
Awful.
They conceded 6 line breaks, missed over 30 tackles.
Made only one line break.
Yeah, just they weren't great. Obviously, Tamale got hurt in this game very early on, and then later in it, I think Ethan Sanders went off with a glute injury.
I think
So,
it was all over by
Well,
then.
their alignment was kind of thrown into disarray, but they weren't doing anything in the first half either.
This is the thing. You can say your alignment goes into disarray, but to concede over 30 and not scoring yourself
It's not great.
no.
So but this is how the Raiders are this year. They're just a bit weird, but they're always weird because they're the Raiders. But
Hosking was quite good.
Zach Hosking's very good. Joe Tarpney's. KO Weeks has been really, really good as well. So there's a lot to like here, but they're still obviously missing arguably their best player in Simi Sasangi, who's out. They've got
Matt Timoko was quite good in this game, I thought.
Seth Chris is out. They've got a lot of pieces in weird places.
For some, Dane Laurie was in the centres.
Yes, because why not?
Not at lock against Matt Lodge. It was the stupidest lock matchup of all
Hilarious.
time.
I do think they do okay when Brayley is at lock. I think his passing helps, but he clearly just doesn't. Especially later in the game, when now Fahu Wright was just running over him, you could definitely see that they're missing a little bit of the size when it comes to a 13 like that.
Yeah.
So just, it's the Raiders. This year was always going to be a bit of a come down for them because so many moving pieces and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I'm not too mad about how this game went. And by extension, this game tells us absolutely nothing about the Roosters.
No, because of how bad.
Canberra were. I'm just...
Yes, they put them away.
I just don't think the Roosters are that good. I just don't think they're that good. That's the
They
thing.
put away a team that played badly, and you have to do that.
You have to do that, obviously. But, like...
Yeah. Look, they're pretty talented roster. I mean...
you look at all the names in there, they're absolutely a talented roster. It's just about how well they all fit. I still am not sold on Cherry Evans and Walker as a thing.
No, they're too similar.
I think they're almost the exact same, really.
Cherry Evans is a bit bigger, but yeah, I know what you mean.
They had Marky Mark back, and he was back doing Marky Mark things.
Scored a trio of tries, didn't he?
Pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's been good to see Spencer Leniu get back and actually playing minutes and being effective. 9 for 97. He had 40 minutes, 32 tackles. Like, he did pretty well.
Robert Toy is a good player.
He is pretty good. Random centre pairing Rob Torre and Hugo Savala, who are both killing it, right?
Yeah.
Savala's been really good at centre. So, good job. But, your now Fahu Whites, your Siwa Wongs, all of these guys that have just been solid for them the whole year. There's not much else really to say about the Roosters.
Yeah,
They are what they are.
They're a good football team when they're on.
Yes.
Which
They're just
I guess
weird.
you'd say about a lot of.
They're just weirdly not on a lot of the time.
Yes, they should definitely be on more.
Yeah. Well, they scored one try in the entire second half, which is better than the none of the Raiders.
Which is still one better than the Raiders.
With a team with the caliber of people they have, you'd expect them, especially with how bad the Raiders were.
You would have thought they might have put them
Still
away
a little
by
bit
more, yeah.
So I guess we'll see how long term the Roosters are in terms of their play style. A team who isn't long term is the Cowboys. I've been saying they're bad, and finally they're regressing to the mean. They are a bad football team.
Who ran for 3? Oh, that was Selwyn Cobbo.
Yeah. You let Selwyn Cobbo run for 300 metres.
Well, he's good.
One of those runs was because Chester doesn't know how to tackle legs.
Yeah. How is it not? You are the North Queensland Cowboys. The most infamous moment in your entire club's history.
JT Theobald.
No, infamous. The most infamous moment in the entire club's history is Benji Marshall's flick past Pat Richards, right? Who gets palmed away like 8 separate times on that one play? It's Rod Jensen. The exact same thing happens in this game, and Tom Chester's like, I'm going to try and tackle Selwyn Cobbo, who's 3 times my size, around the chest.
Yep.
How do you
From behind.
How do you not walk into every session and be like, hey, tackle the legs? It's always the legs when it comes to these guys.
Yeah.
Just so frustrating.
So frustrating.
Every single tackle clinic should have 2 clips. Rod Jensen on Pat Richards and Scott Sattler on Bird or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
So
doing it for the
that's
Roosters,
that's all it needs to be. That's extremely frustrating. That being said, he wasn't the only problem.
No. He tried hard.
Yeah,
Apart from that, he was semi-decent. At least he scored the weirdest try of all time.
It wasn't a try.
Well,
I think we can all agree.
It's down as a try, so it was a try.
Too
bad for you.
They need to put that rule back the way it was, because that's absurd.
Well, it was knocked out. Played at. It was knocked out by the.
He was affecting a tackle. He
He
wasn't playing.
Smacked the ball down. They know where the ball is. You think footballers are that dumb that they don't know where the person's holding the ball? Honestly. Even Selwyn Cobbo knew where the ball was, which is why he aimed at it and knocked it out.
Yeah, just all around the Cowboys were terrible.
Yeah, I don't think Chester actually tried to land on it. He was just trying not to land on his face, and the hand just happened to hit the ball.
Yeah, see, that's not a try.
Well, it was downward pressure, but as
They
the
need
ball
to
hit the ground.
revert that rule. You have to re-establish gripping the ball to score, I think. We need to go back to that. But
Yeah, but if it's knocked out on a one-on-one, it's not a
then
loose
it's
carry.
it's a loose.
It's not a loose carry. If it's knocked out, it's a loose carry. If it's not played at and it falls out, that's a loose carry.
So you're saying if someone runs at you, like if you have someone running at you, like as a defender, and instead of trying to tackle them, you just do this, and they lose the ball. They
Yes.
just play on. That's dumb.
It should be.
No, because you're playing at the ball. That's so dumb. No, I'm sorry,
But
you're
that's
wrong.
exactly what Cobbo did. He played at the ball, knocked it out, and Chester scored a try off it.
Terrible.
However,
Bad. Stupid.
that was one of the only bright moments for the Cowboys at all.
No, the Cowboys were bad. Scott Drinkwater's given up. He's really, really just not caring anymore. Pretty clearly. Zach Labor's bad.
Helam Lukey tried.
Well, he always does. You know.
He was good. Tamalolo tried.
At least he's got.
And I think Liam Sutton's earned himself at least a contract extension because he's been pretty good.
He was okay. He didn't miss a
He's
pretty
been in.
egregious tackle that led to a try. But
You know, he would not be the only Cowboy that missed a tackle.
no, there were only like 60.
Everyone that got on the field missed at least one.
Yeah.
How is the only? No, everyone missed at least two except Jason Taumalolo. What in the world?
Just
He only
tell
missed
us.
one, did he?
He only missed one.
What a
Everyone
good
else missed
boy.
at least two. That is horrendous.
What a good
How
boy,
many did they
Jace.
miss?
60?
49.
Oh,
That
49.
seems conservative.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit
They
higher
were
than that.
so bad, dude.
Yeah.
They were so bad. How is it like? How do you go into the bye and not just empty the tank of like all the effort you can possibly do, and instead just play like this?
Yeah, no, it wasn't great. On the flip side, the Dolphins did what they do when they get in front. They just go ballistic.
Well, yeah,
and
this is
score tries.
This is what the Dolphins can do. We've been knowing that the
Yeah.
Dolphins can.
Because Hamas
Go
had to
on
get a
stretches
try, right?
You know, the saddest part was when Hamaso scored against his old team.
He always does.
Because he has to
Annoying.
get tried.
But you look at these people just like Herbie Farnworth, 140 meters. Obviously, Selwyn had 320 with a line break. You know, Azaka had 160. Bostock had 180.
I actually thought this was one of Herbie's quieter games, to be fair.
No, he had the most stock standard center game you've ever seen.
Yes,
It was 140 meters and 7 tackle breaks with
Yeah.
6 offloads.
Yes, but he didn't really do a lot. I mean, he didn't set up a try. He didn't do anything like that, like he normally does.
No, they just figured out that just go
Pass it to somebody else.
go to the Cowboys' right side defense because it's an absolute trash fire.
Yeah, well, it was okay while they had players who knew what they
Well,
were
while
doing.
Burns was out there, yeah. That's
When's he back? When's he back?
I have no idea. But Zach Labor's
Because
just bad.
Labert shouldn't be there because he's not a winger. He's a centre.
He's not in anything. You know what he is? He's a plumber.
Yahoo!
He's not a footballer.
Oh, dear.
But you know, it's just like Kurt Donahue ran circles around the Cowboys, and I love Kurt Donahue. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a great footballer.
Here's the thing. When he scored that try that went through Ruben Cotter, guess what happened to Ruben Cotter? He got hooked.
Well, Ruben
The
Cotter's
captain got pulled off the field.
Ruben Cotter has those sorts of games. But if your captain is doing that, that's indicative of a team-wide attitude problem. And like we've been knowing, the Cowboys have had that for multiple years at this point. I want to say.
Well, he did, in fact, and that's
I don't think Dearden helps that much, to be honest.
he helps a bit. At least he.
Yeah, but he plays with a lot of effort, but I don't think the team responds to him at all.
Who do they respond to?
No one. That's why they're like this. Well, maybe they do respond to Drinkwater, and that's why the Cowboys' form follows Drinkwater, not the other way around. He is the most important player on the team. When he doesn't give a shit, the entire team doesn't give a shit, and you have games like this, and you'll have periods like the next month or so where they're not going to win a game.
Well,
Pretty definitively.
to be fair, they're playing the top 2 teams in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, but if it's like the Cowboys from a few weeks ago, like the Cowboys that beat Souths, right, going into the Warriors, I would feel infinitely better than the team that got pumped by the Raiders and Dolphins.
Yeah, I know.
Because they have played like they don't care in the past 2 weeks. And it's incredibly frustrating.
As a fan of A, football, and B, the Cowboys, it is frustrating.
Especially just as a football fan, because if the Cowboys are on, they are a joy to watch. Like, even as a neutral, I can imagine watching Scott Drinkwater sling the ball around is amazing.
In that game against South, they were fast. They were
so...
yeah.
You could... Nearly every single time they had a movement down the right side of the field, Lukey, Chester, everyone was moving at such a pace. But the last 2 weeks, that's just been gone. I don't know
Luke
why.
is the only one still moving at a pace.
Yeah, no one keeps up with him.
No.
It's incredibly annoying
It
because
is
we know
so
this.
frustrating. We know their ceiling. It is very
Over
high.
their ceiling, and it's
They've got us some. I wouldn't like. We've been talking, right? I wouldn't mind if they actually lowered the ceiling a bit and
brought
raise the floor up.
right? I would
So,
prefer them.
yeah.
I would prefer them be the Sharks than the Titans.
Yeah.
Is basically what I think about the Cowboys.
Oh, agreed. And yeah,
So frustrating.
The ceiling floor needs to change the distance between, because their ceiling is as good as any football team in the competition.
Absolutely.
Their floor, unfortunately, is worse than most of the teams in the competition. It's probably only one that's worse than them at the moment.
We're lucky we didn't have a 4 game against the Dragons. That would be embarrassing.
Well, some team did.
Dragons. What about you, Cal? Have you got anything interesting to say about the Cowboys? Stupid bad. Thank you. I'm glad to be. I'm not glad to be vindicated, but I am vindicated nonetheless.
It was a bad game, man. Well, it was a bad game from one team. The other team capitalised on the bad play that the Cowboys.
This is the Dolphins. We know what the Dolphins' strengths are as their outside backs, and the Cowboys' edge defense is bad, and they took advantage of that pretty easily.
It's Tom Chester just Ron Jensen, but a bit better.
Rod Jensen was more a utility player.
Tom Chester is if Damien Cook had spent his entire playing career as a centre rather than a hooker.
So he's average.
So he's pretty much. He plays with a lot of gusto.
Yeah,
but like again,
talent's
his career is like 20 games. So I want to give him a little bit of like experience.
And Purdue was bad.
Purdue has been bad.
Yeah, he needs to really pull his finger out.
Well, he's another one like Drinkwater, where it's like if he's not involved, or like if he doesn't want to get involved, that entire side of the field basically dies. There are a couple of times where I felt like if he's pushing up there, he can get through because we know how quick he is.
Yeah, but the problem is, how quick are all those guys in the red?
Well, that's the problem, right? the Dolphins' backline is obscenely fast.
Lightning.
So, like we haven't even.
Who's their slowest? Probably Jermaine Osako.
Like we haven't even talked about Isaiah Katoa in this game, and he was phenomenal.
Oh, he's always.
But that's Isaiah Katoa for you, you know. It's just they didn't need to go through the forwards. They just didn't need to. Like Lemuelu and Fuyaki were just
Lemuelu
average.
I thought Lemuelu was excellent. He ran 154 and 13.
He did his job, but I didn't think he was stellar.
He kind of set up a try with a line break.
I suppose he was okay, but it's just they didn't need to do much. They just played the thing they didn't want to play.
Yep,
pretty clearly. So who cares?
Let's move on to another game, which is funny as.
Can we laugh again?
We are going to laugh again. Well done, Brisbane. You successfully lost to the bottom two teams in the competition.
Yes. Thank you, Brisbane.
Brisbane suck.
How do you do this?
For two things. One, because you're bad, and it makes me happy. Two, because the Titans won the game, and that also makes me very happy. Yes.
And tell you what, the whole Titans team better buy Keanu Kinney around.
Holy moly! You know they also did buy Ezra Mam around.
Yes.
What in the world was he thinking?
Talk about smooth brain.
Good grief!
That was a no-brain.
It was like 4-on-0 on the right side of the field, and instead he tries to go short side
and drops the ball and doesn't even get it on his foot. It was a knock on.
That should be the nail in the coffin for his season, I think, because that
he won't
is
be
just horrible.
He's a bad footballer.
The Broncos could have easily won that game. Pretty easily they could have won that game.
The fact that they let them get back ahead was really bad.
Right. The Titans, I think, scored 4 straight tries. Yeah. Moran, Sammy, 2 Campbells. Yeah, 4 straight tries for the Titans. That's sad. That's very, very sad. This is as a Titans glazer. That's sad.
Yeah.
My word. I thought Reece Walsh was okay, actually.
He was okay with. No, he didn't. Well, he
there were
kind of
8
did.
other people there as well.
He kind of did, but it was the Sammy one that he missed that looked bad.
Yeah, that one was great.
But Sammy is actually a good player. I actually rate Philip Sammy. I think he's a good player.
Good pick up for the Dragons.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Dragons are actually going to be a semi-decent team next year. So,
like, they kind of remind me of the major Tigers rebuild. It'll take a year, but they'll
have a good team. And look, if Valentine can find his old fullback, that will be a formidable backline.
Todd Payton can go to the Dragons.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Can we get Jason Demetriou?
No. Please, no. Please, anybody else. Bring Tim Sheens out of retirement. I don't want Jason Demetriou.
We don't want Brad Arthur either, but this is where we're at, right? Who else is there?
Melvin Ingram, who resigns from the BS job.
Payton's like, his thing is up at the end of this year. What are they doing? I mean,
they'll roll without a player coach. Tom Dearden can be a player coach. We're going to bring those back. So good.
Wally Lewis was that.
Exactly. We're going to bring player coaches back. That'd be But yeah, just the Titans just need wins, just to have some confidence, and
And
they're
they're
not
not second bottom anymore.
Yay!
They're off second bottom
happy.
because there's another bad team.
I just like the Titans. I like the Titans. They did good things.
It's pretty evenly matched.
It was fairly
game.
even. It was
Yeah.
by no means a good football game.
No,
That's how the Titans need
but
to
it was
win.
fun to watch.
Oh, it's great to watch. So just like, yeah, Jaden Campbell scores 2 tries, Philip Sammy has 270 metres, Keanu Keeney scores one of the best individual tries of the season to win the game.
Mad.
But even people like Oliver Pascoe, masterstroke, bringing him in, he's been amazing.
Yeah.
You know, people like Curtis Morin's been really strong. Obviously, Cooper Bai is pretty good. So you just like, there's things here for the Titans. They're going to build combinations. They'll look better as the season goes
Yeah.
on.
I thought Jaden was excellent in this game. Jaden Campbell.
He
had a really
sneakily
good game.
is a decent, like, ball hawk defender, if that makes sense.
Mm.
He always knows where the ball is going when the opposition has it.
Yeah. No, he's actually a good player. He's in the Titans.
It was so.
That's the problem, right?
Yeah,
It was so close to 2 meme numbers for fantasy points.
Very funny.
Wait.
Yes. Just good job, Titans. If you can rack up some wins.
And it was
I
good
like
that you beat the Broncos because
And yes,
everybody
haha,
dislikes
Broncos,
them.
you bad, you suck, except Xavier Wilson.
He was very good. Yes.
222 metres, he
In
played
a
63
losing
minutes.
team. What did Payne Haas do?
Payne Haas, 18 for 188,
That's still good. Yeah.
2 offloads, 33 tackles. He did
He did
things.
Payne Haas things.
He did stuff and things. Why does Ben Hunt hate Reece Walsh? Why does this happen? Every single time Ben Hunt gets on the field, the ball never goes to Reece Walsh ever again.
I'm not inside Ben Hunt's head, so I don't.
I wish to know why. It doesn't make any sense.
Because
How
Ben
is-
Hunt, like
How is your plan?
3/4 of the three-quarters of the fans dislike Reece Walsh.
How is your plan not just give the ball to your best player? Like why? I
mean, like
truly.
Payne Haas.
Well, yeah, well they do that too, but I truly want to understand why that isn't just plan one.
Well, I guess at the moment his form has been down. Let's face it. I mean, whether it's Ben Hunt's fault or not, his form has.
Granted,
been
his
down.
starting forward pack has Preston Ricky, Brendan Piakura, and Jack Kasiewski in it. So, with no Pat Carrigan. So, there is only so much he can do. Plus, you know, he's got Grant Anderson in his back line. And Ezra Mam is also in the team. So,
Anderson's not
I
horrible.
want to say that what's happening in the Broncos is at most 20% Reece Walsh's fault. At most.
Which is still quite a lot given that there's 13 players on the field.
Well, yeah, but like, it's not going to be 50% Josiah Karapani's fault because he's a winger. Spine players are always going to have that like more burden of responsibility.
Well,
But
it's
like,
not Adam Reynolds' fault. He's one of the best halfbacks in the competition.
exactly, but it's like Corey Pate is
Yeah, he's
okay,
fine.
but they just get dominated. Like Jack Kasiewski 10 for 79.
Yeah, but Wilson's was good, 20 off 220.
Preston Ricky had 7 runs as a starting forward, right? Like, Va'a Samu, who's that? Vama Sahu? Like, it's just.
Brisbane were bad.
Brisbane were bad, yes. Reece Walsh
And that is good.
Reece Walsh is
Brisbane
the better
wanted to
half
be good,
of bad.
and that's not bad.
Yay! Yeah, This is starting to get scary for the Broncos, isn't it?
They're almost line through time for them.
I'm not putting a line through them. This squad is too talented if everybody gets healthy. They can easily go on a run at the end of the year, win 8 straight, and make the finals. And from there, who knows? But right now, it's
Well,
pretty
let's hope
ugly
not.
viewing.
Anyway,
I like watching the Broncos play, though.
no, I hate the Broncos.
I know you hate the Broncos. But
I
it's
also
because
do.
They can
yeah,
get.
but that's because you're dumb.
They can just get stuffed. How did they lose? All their stats were better. That's just dumb.
Welcome to Titans football. I love the Titans.
It's like the Cowboys light.
I feel happy watching being a Titans man and watching them win. It's great.
It was nice of them to have a win.
Speaking of winning,
Oh.
we don't need to talk about this game a lot because this was this should have had an R18 plus rating.
Why
attached
do the
to it.
Tigers always have these sorts of cricket scores put on them?
This was
No,
bad.
No one's still overtaking the Cowboys.
I was-
Cowboys 74-0 is still
I
the
was at
best,
work
but-
while this game was happening, and like every 5 minutes I go back to check the score, and the Panthers had scored again. I was just like, just
No,
ridiculous.
I was
But I tell you what,
taking my daughter for a driving lesson, and I was listening to it, and every couple of minutes, oh, the Panthers are in again. Oh, good.
Alex Wild might be pretty important. Just a thought.
I think they're
That's
missing
what
out
I'm
on Dewey as well. Look, I don't think they stopped them from losing this game.
But it's not.
It's not
68
68-0.
points,
It's probably
dude.
48-20.
It's not. It's
Yeah.
not 15 line breaks
This
and
is-
46
This is
missed
perhaps the
tackles.
most grayscale stats I've ever seen.
The Tigers had 11 tackle breaks.
The Panthers missed 11 tackles.
Who had the tackle
That
breaks?
is
for the Tigers?
insane.
Let's see. Tackle breaks. 3 of them were Jareem Bullitt. 2 of them were Api Coruscant. The only forwards with tackle breaks were Alex Seyfarth and Royce Hunt. Terrell May had none.
He never gets tackled, or very rarely.
How many offloads did he have? 1.
Yeah.
He had 1 offload. He made 48 tackles, which is still great, but it's like Sunia Taruva did literally nothing. He ran the ball 6 times for 40 meters. Jerome Luai was horrible. Macassini's playing with a bum shoulder. Charlie Murray.
Who's he?
Exactly. He was their starting lock. It was Charlie Murray. Like Maverick Geyer is in the second row. Just everyone's hurt, and the season is rapidly careening out of control for the Tigers, which is going to be so sad.
I had them making the 8 this
So
year.
I had them in 6.
I think I had them in 10th.
I had them make well. Here's the thing: if
Well, I don't have them in. I might
I
have
think I had them
if they were healthy, I don't think we'd be looking at this problem, right? If Dewey was still in, if Twal was still in, right? If Api Coruscant doesn't
Hadn't
get
been
suspended for being an
suspended.
idiot, they're
Yeah.
probably fine. So
Yeah.
it's really really sad.
But I don't care. 68 points is never
It's
dependable.
never-
You
never
can't.
dependable.
Yeah.
They can't
You-
defend.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, like,
No, but
that's a
you
bit,
can't just
like,
say, "Oh, they've had some injuries." I don't care. 68 points is horrendous.
It is bad, yes.
You know, that just shows an attitude problem. When they say defense is all about attitude, their attitude must have been in the toilet.
Or it could be the Panthers just like.
But if they're in the toilet, maybe they would look like Reece Walsh.
because he's a
Very
piece of
funny.
poo.
No, because he was in the toilet.
drinks toilet water.
He's kind of mad.
This could have also just been the Panthers being bored and deciding to kick some ass. Because really, this was just.
Look, they had the
This
best.
was, why did Nathan Cleary play 75 minutes in this game? He was carrying apparently a hip pointer injury. They were up by 60, and he was just like, "No, I'm going to keep playing just so I can score more points against the Tigers team that is half of my old teammates."
Yes.
So I hate Mum's fantasy.
So this is like, what do you? Tom Jenkins is back scoring doubles. You know, Brian Toto was stellar. We don't need to
I
say
have
anything
him.
about Nathan Cleary. It's just everything here was good.
Yeah, please don't.
What else can you say? Freddie Lussick scored a double in this game.
Out of all of them, Liam Martin was probably the worst. 14 runs for 95 ain't great.
Not great, is it? But he's also playing hurt. I
Yeah,
think he hasn't been healthy the whole
No,
year.
I think he was coming back from something
Yeah.
this week.
This was the Panthers. They beat the crap out of
Well,
the Tigers. There's nothing.
I think
much else
it's
to say.
literally safe to say no one's beating them apart from the Bulldogs on a random Friday night.
It's just horrendous.
2,350
Versus
meters.
900.
900 meters for the Tigers is ridiculous.
Yep.
My word, 50 meters a set for the Panthers. This was just a massacre.
It was absolutely.
We can all collectively forget this ever happened, I think.
Yeah.
We can move on.
I felt for the Tigers a bit. And then I didn't anymore.
I don't feel anything about Cronulla.
No. But they still.
They beat the Dragons. To be fair, the Dragons played a good half of football.
Yeah.
They were leading at halftime, and then they made 5 errors in the space of 15 minutes, and everything fell apart.
And then that's how Cronulla play, though, right? They wait for the other team to tap out. And then they
we can score points. We can make Will Kennedy run for 250 meters because why not?
To be fair, he was actually quite good in this game. Yeah.
Mulatalo was really good.
Yeah, I hate Ronaldo. He's a turd. I don't care if he could have played for Queensland almost.
Like you know, Adam Blake's finally decided to give a crap. Britt Nickra actually looks like a State of Origin player now.
He played very well.
Why not?
Yeah.
You can thank Billy Sharks fans for making him actually play football.
13 runs for 150. That's actually really good.
And you know what? In the absence of Blake Brayley, they're doing okay with Hohepa Purdue. I think he's doing all right.
Teague Wilton's been very good.
I like Teague Wilton. He's good.
He's been very good for them.
Who needs Billy Burns? You got Teague
Nobody
Wilton.
can.
Actually,
Teague!
Billy Burns played half the game and was actually all right. So, you know, it's just the Sharks. The Sharks are the Sharks. I have no interest in them because I think they're incredibly boring.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're actually all that good.
Braden Trindle's good.
You beat the Dragons.
Well done.
Woo.
Everybody's done that except Brisbane.
Very good. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
And you know the Dragons, it's old habits.
It's the same,
right?
same old.
They're the Dragons. Just
Setu 2 tries really, really hard.
I like him.
I think he's got a few mistakes in him,
His
unfortunately.
defense is really bad.
But his attack is like 19 for 197 is good on anybody's
He did alright.
chart.
Yeah, he did alright. And, it's the usual. The young forwards, all great. Cashman, Keegan, Stewart, Loco.
Yeah.
They're all great. But it's just like, woo, Kyle Flanagan's really bad. Who would have thought? Moses Suley is bad. Who would have thought? Like, their outside backs are so bad that their forward pack can't make up for the sheer number of errors that they make, right? It was, 4-7 between the outside backs and 3 for the rest of the team. So, just bad. Bad.
Val had a bad day.
Yeah.
Look, he played really well last week, but
He had a couple of good weeks. It was about the time. Jaden Sewer got hurt because why not?
Yeah. I like Jaden Sewer, actually. He's a Queenslander.
Yes, he is. I feel bad for the Dragons.
I do. And I don't.
I feel bad for half the Dragons
Yeah.
because they actually are playing well. I don't feel bad for the people that brought it on themselves. Clint, freaking useless old man.
Get rid of the C, he's belly button.
Bad. Dude, there's not much to say about that game, I don't think.
And there's even less to say about the next one.
No, this game was hilarious.
It was the worst
This
game
game-
of the year.
This game was a laugh a minute. This
It
was a Key and Peele sketch. This is
bad.
so funny to watch.
It is a bad game of
I
football.
thought you were mad because you missed out on your perfect A from 8.
Yes, I know the Bulldogs screwed up my perfect week. But still, this was funny. This game was so... Jacob Carraz threw the dumbest offload I've ever seen, and it nearly caused the first half to not end scoreless. It was so dumb.
I kept getting
We're
in
just
there.
lucky we came back to that what is possessing the ball argument again. So just, you Lucky Galvin, saved by the skin of your teeth there. But, Carraz doing good things, 250 metres, 9 tackle breaks, 7 offloads.
He's an offloading machine.
Stat,
Sometimes not good.
stat patter.
Yeah.
Boo.
I know. Somebody
It's like the
else
Terrell May of wingers.
or the LeBron James.
Okay, well, let's not go that far.
Well, he's a stat patter as well.
You stand, but you just don't like it.
He's a stat patter. He's only playing so he can try and catch Jordan. with everything.
He's beaten Jordan and everything.
Why is he? No, he hasn't.
What hasn't he beaten him at?
Rings.
Okay, well, that's not his fault.
Also, scoring titles. Also, all,
But that's
all
never-
defensives.
That's never been his game, though.
All defensives.
Can we get back to the NRL?
Anyway,
Stop talking
Yeah,
about
we can
basketball?
argue about LeBron
Yeah.
and Jordan because it's more interesting than whatever the hell this
This
was.
was a trash fire on
This
TV.
was bad. This was like rivaling that Titans Tigers game
Yeah,
a
that
few
was
years ago
so
for worst games I've ever
Oh.
watched. It was a comedy of errors.
It was so stupid.
so funny. But you can pin the Eels losing this down to one man and his stupid freaking eyebrows. Talon De Silva, you absolute buffoon.
He won't.
What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with your eyebrows?
He's got
They look like your mustache
He's got
upside
the-
down.
He has got the worst football mugshot of all time.
Talon Silver looks like
And-
he's used a road marking truck to
He
make his
gives away
eyebrows.
2 penalties in like the last 5 minutes that give away the game essentially. That dumb escort off the short dropout, and then just deciding to try and kill Matt Burton for no reason. I fully don't understand what was going through his brain. Well, aside from the track marks that are on his eyebrows and his stupid
Still,
bowl
he had
cut
100%
hair.
conversion rate of his kicks.
Actually, speaking of bowl cuts, Brandon Smith, what the hell are you doing? Your hair looks awful.
I
Please
mean-
change it. Thank you.
Wait, what is it? I
He's
didn't.
got like a bowl cut.
I didn't know he actually got that.
It looks awful. It looks really bad.
Show me
He's just stupid.
after.
We'll find it. You can watch the highlights of that game. You'll see it. But yeah, it's just like,
What Brand Smith?
what do we even talk about here? I say Yongi's really good. I like him.
Yeah.
He's all right, and Jack
He's all
Williams is the only guy on the team that hasn't been hurt at some point, so he's been good. But like,
And look, Ron Volkman's not the worst
he's
player on the planet. but,
he's
you know,
keeping Jonah Pezzett out of the team. Like, doing all right.
Tonga's done okay, I guess, but
Mandatory Harrison Edwards sighting is always fun.
44.
Welcome back,
Gives
Harris.
you around 11 meters per run.
But yeah, it's just like Parramatta were bad, and the Bulldogs are also bad. Like,
They were equally bad.
what do we even talk about for the Bulldogs that's new? They're the same. They're not a good team. They just have to play a team that doesn't exist. Really, though, it's just the Parramatta Eels are an apparition. The Parramatta Eels.
You just have a stress.
You just cast a spell.
Nailed it.
I think a demon's gonna spawn out of the roof. Come and eat us all.
It's almost like Homer Simpson's trampoline.
The trampoline. If you're a bum, he's gonna bust in here like the Kool-Aid man.
O'Shea
It's like
Ole.
Psalm 23.
O'Shea Ole.
O'Shea Ole is the most ridiculous one.
How do you not see a J in the name?
Casey McGuire.
Oh, that was so bad.
But yeah, it's just like, what do you do with the Bulldogs? Lockie Galvin's doing things. That's about right. Leo Thompson's been alright.
Yeah.
Like, he would...
Stephen Crichton didn't kick a goal.
We've learned nothing.
I said 100%. He was 100% goal.
We have learned nothing. This entire week taught us nothing about any teams at all.
No,
we knew they were bad. You're just naive.
We knew they had bad games in them. They're not a bad team. They just have bad games.
They're in ninth. They are a bad team.
They have 8 wins.
They have as many wins as...
Wonderful segue into why buy points are a really stupid idea. Why are we doing this? All it does is...
For sure, have a bye. You don't get any points for that bye.
Let's look at the Cowboys. 8 wins. They've got more wins than the Rabbits, Sharks, and Dolphins that are above them.
Yep.
It is stupid.
They would be in 5th. 6th because
the buy points are the only reason
ninth.
the Titans still aren't in second last. So
Yeah.
never mind, I think they're amazing.
Oh, that was a 180 straight up, bang. Big O back in.
But yeah, they're just. I don't understand why we're doing this.
There's like the Conor Tracy ran for 286 meters.
Yeah, he was actually pretty good in his return game. He did all right.
Well, he had to be good. He's been bad
That is
for a
true.
lot of the season. He had to come back and do something.
Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah. But just what else? Is there anything else from the week? I know that the players, like representatives, went to Bet Landys and said like, hey, rule changes are bad. They're bad for the players. The fans don't like them.
Yeah.
Change them back, please.
Yep. Get rid of that 6 again.
Will that change anything? No. But at least the players have some self-respect.
See, I think the big thing with that is a lot of fans believe the 6 again rule unfortunately allows the referee to control the flow of the game and not the players.
The referees have had have a larger impact on how games play out than they have at any point in the history of rugby league.
Which makes it easy for them to doctor the result, unfortunately.
And that enters conspiracy theory territory, but I won't be surprised if that's actually a thing. Although
Even if it's accidental, they can still have a big impact on the game.
But like, if they were trying to rig results for ratings or money or whatever, why are the small market teams somehow doing, like Penrith, for example? Why did they randomly become amazing? If they were trying to make the big
I
market,
don't know that it's a small market. Penrith has one of the biggest junior teams.
Yeah, but in
NRL.
terms of like a viewership market, it's a pretty small area comparative to a lot. Like the Cowboys, like would be the team of half of Queensland essentially.
Yeah, but still not the numbers of Brisbane. This is the thing. Brisbane still has more
Well, in
fans.
terms of membership, yeah, sure. But in terms of viewing, I reckon you get most of North Queensland would be Cowboys fans because there's just nothing else up here. And like, I understand trying to make the Warriors good for the sake of the New Zealand market. I understand making Melbourne good for as long as they did because they had to expand into a new market.
I'm not sure they made them good. Melbourne actually made them change the rules. That was the thing.
Yes, but they're the reason this stupid rule exists.
I don't know.
Thank you, Melbourne.
I don't know.
You dumb bastards.
I don't know about
You've
this
ruined
one.
rugby league for everyone else.
But there have been a lot. Like they brought in the chicken wing. They brought in all these sorts of wrestling tactics.
Well,
and
exactly.
whatever else.
The wrestle is why the 6 again rule exists.
The whole point is you're supposed to try and win the ruck. This is
Yes!
the whole thing. And
Yes!
now if you're on them 0.02 of a second too long, it's a ruck infringement.
Or it's a 50-50 chance of being a ruck infringement. Because sometimes it'll be called, sometimes it won't be
Yeah.
called. No one knows why. There's no rubric for what a ruck infringement is.
And I've always said that if it was back to just penalties, you wouldn't get 12 penalties a game.
Exactly. I think that's completely fair. I'll return it to... I think having it in the attacking zone is fine. Inside the red zone, like the 20 meters, would be great for this rule. Because that's where teams do the lying down for uber long the most. But like, why even in your own half of the field would you want one? Like, what benefit does it give you, really? Especially if it's like tackle one. Teams are more than happy to give one away.
Yeah.
What's defending one extra tackle?
Yeah.
So
It lets them get their things set and everything. So
exactly.
and like I said, they wouldn't blow as many if they had to penalise every ruck infringement because for everything they call a ruck infringement now.
Yeah.
They wouldn't penalise everything. I'd say they'd probably still penalise the inside 10, and that's a fair one. If you're offside, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But the ruck
Because that's not
infringement
winning. That's not winning the ruck.
the ruck infringement is way too nebulous, and it's just it's just not good. Yeah.
Goofy and dumb and stupid.
And so get rid of that one.
Get rid of that one.
Please.
That's basically the biggest one.
Yeah,
Right.
it is.
Everything else I think is okay. I mean, the disruptor is still a bit of a grey
That's a
area.
stupid one. What's the whole point? You're supposed to be putting them off catching the ball. Isn't that the whole point?
I think
If you can't catch it, it's like somebody standing. Soon somebody can stand underneath you and go at you, and you'll be called a disruptor.
I wonder if the way they could do it, because it's stupid. I'm trying to think of a way because I don't hate the rule in principle. I think there is a place for it.
I really do. I think, okay, the one I don't mind is if you take the player out, that's definitely you being a disruptor.
Yes, exactly.
But if you're just going up and you're going with one hand to try and hit the
if
ball.
you mistime your jump and like land in front of them and that doesn't affect them at all, that shouldn't be a penalty, right?
No.
It's like there's that rule in basketball that I really hate, where it's like if you I know it's for the sake of player safety and whatnot, but if you land in the quote unquote landing zone of someone taking a jump shot, it's a foul against you because you have an onus to not endanger another player, which I think is fair. It's kind of like the kick running into the leg of the kicker thing for us. So I'm wondering if you could almost take inspiration from that sort of thing, but that it again becomes a really tricky grey area.
Once again becomes down to referees'
opinion.
Yeah.
So,
and what are the linesmen doing?
oh my word,
They do nothing. Yeah, look, and I'm sorry. The amount of forward passes that are being missed now is horrendous.
It's got.
It's
really
turning
bad.
into rugby union.
Mm-hmm. It
really is.
bad.
Rugby union has a lot of forward passes in it. We didn't want that to happen to rugby league, and it is happening.
It's happening.
Especially out of dummy half. Those are the worst.
Yeah.
Nearly every single dummy half throws forward passes more than once a game, and very few of them get picked up. Unless they're blatantly obvious, it's just anyway. We could wax on about this forever.
They need to invest more money in training referees very clearly because it's big. It's
Touch judges, give them a little bit more to do. I mean, anyone can walk around putting a flag up.
Yeah, right. I could do that.
It's not that difficult. Anyway,
I don't know, man. Remember that game show that they had to give out an NRL contract to a random person? That one season of that, they should do that, but for referees. It'd be excellent.
Probably more fun to watch than the regular player one, anyway.
It'd get generational hate watch ratings. It'd be hilarious.
But they're going to do something. The fans are getting jacked of it all.
Oh yeah, we're all getting tired of it.
Yeah, he's just tired.
Yes, exactly. Set up. We're going to preview round 15. Go fed.
We had Athletics Carnival today. That's
actually no. We should preview game 2 first.
Yeah, we'll do game 2.
Came out. Let's have a look at the. Okay, so Laurie Daly has still completely lost his marbles.
Well, we know this.
So obviously Stephen Crichton gets ruled out because he's injured. Casey McLean comes in, who's also injured. So look,
Marky Mark is there.
Well, look, in a vacuum, I think it's great. I think Casey McLean was excellent when he came on in game 1. I think he has earned that spot. But he is injured. So.
Yeah.
Mitch Moses is injured. Is he going to play? Nobody
Probably
knows.
not.
There's still got Ethan Strange. What did Ethan Strange do wrong to not have that starting jumper over a guy that may not even play still? What else did he need to do in game 1? Adam Fanua-Blake is benched. Amole Olakau'atu is the 20th man because Dylan Lucas is now starting. Payne Haas is back. Isaiah Yeo is still there. What is this team? Appy Coruscant.
That's it, Abby Coruscant.
Yeah, why? I know it's because Blake Brayley is injured.
This team is just Abby
But Robson can easily go the 80, and you've got one middle forward on your bench. It's Murray, who is a lock/edge forward. It's Victor Radley, who's a lock/edge forward. Adam Fanua-Blake's a prop.
Yeah.
And Appy Coruscant's a hooker. And then Strange is a half, and Mark is a back 5 merchant.
Yeah.
Who would you... What? Where are your middle forwards?
Yeah.
Where are they?
That's at least one area that the Queensland team still has a few of those on the bench.
Even then, it's like Lindsay Collins and that's it. Because Platin's a hooker
Lero's a lock.
and Finifuyaki's a second row. There's still no prop forwards anywhere to be found in this game. Anti-prop forward league now.
Nice.
Just horrible. Stupid and bad. Queensland seems fairly normal.
One change, Nicker is in the starting side.
Because Cotter is locked because Carrigan is out.
Because Carrigan is
And Finifuyaki is there to cover that.
I think that's excellent. He
Bruce.
will not let Queensland down.
While she's the 18.
Yep. he'll
Talangi
lose
and Lukey round out the
Yeah.
Yay.
team.
At least we have actual Cowboys players. I guess
We've got a Scandinavian as a touch judge.
He's been there for a
I
while.
know. Chris Butler is the bunker official.
He
Oh
hasn't
boy!
He hasn't been on the. Chris Butler has not been on the field in about like 2 years.
This is excellent.
I haven't seen him ref a game on the field.
Yeah, that's that one.
I think if it's 13 on 13 for the full 80 minutes, Queensland win.
I don't know.
I think they do. Look, they had it all over New South Wales in the first game.
Yes, they did that.
Until they lost Ponga. And that's the only
So
time
a
Nathan Cleary
non-shoulder charge, by the way.
and that's the only time Nathan Cleary actually decided to play football.
Well, let's think. Here's some basic mathematics for you. The Broncos are bad. Yes. The Queenslanders have lost 3 Broncos and only gained 1. So it should be a net positive.
Of 2.
Mam's not playing. That's a bonus.
Basic math states that they
Yeah.
should be better now. So I
think Queensland win.
I don't know.
I don't know
really
by how
know.
much, but I think they just win. Especially if Moses plays over Strange. I think if Strange plays, it could be a tougher game.
Oh, Ethan Strange. He's so good.
He's one of those awkward players that is hard to tackle.
Listen, he's just Tom Dearden.
He
You're
kind of
almost
is.
the same.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But it has an intact ankle.
Yeah.
I do think Queensland will probably win, whether it's by their own accord or not. I do think they're not going to let the series not go to a decider.
You have a
No,
list
they'll
or
be
something?
NRL
What the
I,
heck
operates.
is
no,
that?
I just think look, they were better for 60 minutes.
Yeah.
And then Ponga gets sent off and New South Wales suddenly became a football team at that point. And somehow Nathan Cleary wins man of the match for playing for 20 minutes.
Bring forth the Nathan Cleary hasn't dominated an Origin
Yep.
arguments once again.
He dominates when it's 13 on 12.
Excellent.
Wow. Good stuff. He's terrible at representing football. He is not good at that. He's great at club level. He is one of the best club players ever.
Yeah.
He cannot dominate at the representative level. This even when he and Mitchell Moses play, guess who dominates? Mitchell Moses, right? So
If they try and get Cleary as
He's-
dominant, they're going to lose by 40.
Nathan Cleary, the best system player of all time.
pretty much. Look, I think Yo's excellent. He's in the same system. He can play wherever.
Oh, yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
You know,
I actually like Isaiah Yo. I think he's quite good. And and I'm not a big Penrith fan, but I actually like Isaiah Yo. I think he actually seems a nice enough guy.
economics teacher.
Yeah, kinda.
He is.
He's up against Ruben Cotter this time.
That's a fun matchup. There's a couple of fun ones. I'm interested to see the Lucas and Nickera thing because I like Dylan Lucas. I think he's great. Britton Nickera's in a pretty good run.
He's in a bit of a purple patch at the moment, yeah.
How healthy is Payne Haas? Nobody knows.
We'll find out. But he's up against Flegler.
Woo.
Actually, it might be
Tino.
Tino.
No, either one of them.
Because of the
Yeah.
opposite side of the field.
I still hate Cam Murray on the bench. I think that's
Why is
dumb.
he on the bench?
I don't know.
Isaiah Yo could play in the middle area.
But that's what I was saying when I picked the game one team. I was like,
Yeah.
Isaiah Yo should be a starting prop, so you can have Cam Murray starting lock
Yeah.
because he is arguably the best lock in the entire game.
And
It's just dumb.
He's not anything else. He's
He's
a
not
lock.
anything else. He is a lock.
That's it.
Unfortunately, they've got like 8 other locks in this team
I
because
know.
Laurie Daly is a dense cabbage that doesn't know how to pick or coach football teams. It's
He was
just dumb.
He was just lucky in the first game that Ponga decided to be a twit. And
Why is it that people involved in the Canberra Raiders don't know how to pick teams or manage teams? I don't understand.
I don't know. Mel Meninga was a Raider too, just saying.
Yeah, and have you seen how badly he's doing with building
But
Perth's
he was
roster?
pretty bleeding good building the Queensland dynasty roster.
He had to pick from like 5 of the top 10
can I-
players that have ever played in the league. How
Can
hard
I-
for him.
I'll caveat that by saying he's the one that developed the pre-Origin camp things that he was doing with that New South Wales then borrowed.
Need I remind you that he tried to convert Blake Ferguson to a Queenslander?
Tried to steal Jason Tamalolo, somehow got Greg Inglis. I still don't know how that happened.
Well, he tried Tamalolo, but he couldn't because of his
I was
coming
like,
over here a year too late.
Or Josh Papali'i, sorry.
He got Josh.
Yeah, see, you He's a cheat.
Cassiano.
He's a cheat, and he's not a good coach.
Okay. Anyway, Queensland dominated 11 out of 12 years in a
Rant
row.
about Mal
so
Meninga forever.
he was very good
But
figurehead.
we've already been going for an
Yeah.
hour, so we should probably have a look at round 15. There's only 5 games. Opens with a poo slinger between the Rabbits and Broncos. How great is this?
Hayes Perham is at fullback.
Thursday night football, prime time. This is... Look, there's...
Hey, look at the ins. Jai Arrow.
Well, that's good.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Like, this is the first chance they've really had to, actually, I guess, commemorate.
Apparently
his
their
career.
shirts are going to be all white except for a Jai Arrow's name or something.
Is it a cool idea? Yes. They look inside out.
Yes, I know.
They look inside out.
Also, the Broncos are going to have Jai written on theirs as well, which I think is really good.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
that should be a league-wide thing almost.
Yeah.
I think it's an excellent thing that the Rabbits are doing for this.
Yeah.
Love to see it. I hope he
What's the hair? That's horrendous. Again,
bald.
he bald in that shot.
Bald.
When we know he's actually not bald.
Surely you can put him in
It's
Dane
just
Jennings'
decent.
spot, because Dane Jennings isn't going to get on the field.
Yeah.
Surely you can just have him suit up one last time, just to have him there.
Matt Duffy's in reserves.
And look, no, I don't care about anything else in this game. Jersey 17 for the Rabbits. John Radel, please let him get minutes, because he is going to be a star if he gets any sort of time. I swear. He's going to be so good.
Is he a ranger?
That's brown hair.
Looks
But he's
almost
great. 190, 100. We saw him when he was playing for, I think it was the Mackay Cutters up here. He was stellar. I don't know why the Cowboys didn't fight harder to keep him, given their middle forwards crisis that they're in. So if they give him minutes, he's going to be great. And he should get some, because their bench is hooker, halfback, Radel is a middle forward, whatever a Dane Jennings is, and Liam LeBlanc. So if he doesn't get minutes, I'm going to be pissed. Outside that, Tallis Duncan's in the centre.
Go Souths!
Yes, please.
It'd be great, wouldn't it? But this is one of the backlines of all time put out by the Broncos. Hayes Perham, Josiah Karapani, Antonio Verhoeven, Grant Anderson, and Jesse Arthurs. One of the backlines you've ever seen.
Preston Ricky, Corey Pags,
Jordan Ricky's
Jack
back.
Kajewski,
Jordan Ricky's back.
Brendan
Jack
Beaker,
Kajewski's back in the middle of the field.
Xavier
Xavier Wilson
Wilson.
still at lock. He's learned his lesson and isn't putting Wilson on the edge.
Nathan, the Jordan Ricky coming back is every basic Australian white girl's dream.
No, ha. Kind of. Oh no, conventionally attractive man is conventionally attractive. He must be bad. You guys are so...
No, he's actually a good.
I wasn't saying that.
He's
I
actually
was saying
not a bad-
every white girl
Yeah.
just started drooling.
No.
He's actually not a bad footballer. I don't think he's top footballer, but he's
He's
not a
alright.
bad footballer.
I have... This is going to be a bad game.
It is. Go Souths.
Don't you love Origin period football?
I just want Souths to beat the snot out of them.
Get to see a centre match of Latrell Seagwalt and Grant Anderson. Don't you love it? It said Latrell Seagwalt,
And
Tallis
Tallis
Duncan,
Duncan and
Antonio Verhoeven, Grant
whatever
Anderson.
it is.
Origin football.
Yeah.
We love Antonio Verhoeven.
I'm gonna pick.
He's Dutch.
I'm gonna pick.
I'm going to pick Souths.
I would pick South.
I hope South win.
So do I.
Eat it, Brisbane.
That would be
Souths.
really good for Brisbane to
Go
keep
Souths.
losing at this point.
And speaking of the backlines of all time, the Roosters have put
Oh
out.
my word!
Here's the
What
Roosters.
the hell?
Here's the Roosters backline. Cody Ramsey at fullback, Billy Smith and Tommy Talau on the wings,
Why don't they both play middle?
Reece Foley and Egan Butcher as the centres.
Egan Butcher, that's the funny one. What the hell?
What is this?
I do not know.
What is this backline?
A Reece Foley.
Their ins and outs list is ridiculous.
Both teams have
They've
massive
got
ins
7
and outs.
people in the Origin squads. The Dolphins have
5. This is the most Origin-affected game of the weekend.
Oh, without a
It's
doubt.
almost the whole team.
It's nuts, isn't it? But
Trey Fuller's in.
you know, I know that to play Trey Fuller. How
What a
bad?
bummer. And who- Tavita
He's
Nafani.
fine. You know, Felice Kafusi's there. He has his there.
Morgan Knowles is back in the team.
Oren Keeley is there. Kurt Donohue's still there. You know, they've still got a good team. I will be shocked if the Dolphins don't win this game, because Jermaine Zachary should score 8 tries against Tommy Talau. He should score 8 tries against Tommy Talau, and if he doesn't, he should be ashamed of himself.
You read to say shot.
No, we can't say that. Herbie Farnworth should go absolutely ballistic in this game.
He probably will.
Everyone in this backline's going to go ballistic. Isaiah Katoa's going to have 5 try assists.
The Giraffe is still playing.
So,
Giraffe Neck is still playing.
Dolphins are going to win this game, I'm pretty comfortable saying.
They probably will.
Who's a Max McCaffrey?
What is a? Go left. Go up. Go back up.
Rex Bassenthwaite?
That's on Blight. What a good name.
Tom Rodwell.
John
Toby Rodwell.
Max
Max
What
McCaffrey.
is a Max McCaffrey?
Rodwell. There is a- I do know
go
Rodwell's.
to the Dolphins one.
There was a Rodwell.
What is a John alphabet?
Oh,
How do you even say that?
Vivian Ganofo.
Gideon Gnofo.
That's a
Sorry.
great name.
They've enlisted the help of a cowboy to help them as well.
Hell, he is. He's got a really good voice.
They should bring back the mic'd up segment just for that guy.
For him, for Sam Elliott. Yeah.
LJ Nonu. What is that?
Fair enough.
This is excellent. I love this. Dolphins win.
Dolphins should win. If they don't, their
no.
season just falls apart from there, I reckon.
Crazy. I love this. This is awesome. Saturday, Warriors
Another-
Sharks.
Another game that is partly done
Origin
mostly
affected.
for the
Sharks. Because no one
only
from the Warriors is out. Oh no, K-Paul.
Mitch
K-Paul's
Barnett.
not there. Oh, and Barnett's not there too. Yeah, okay.
yeah.
But alright, they've also lost James Fisher-Harris and Leka Halasima. So now they've got Tanner Smith starting.
He's
They
not
lose.
horrible. He's a good player.
And who else is there? Adam Pompey, Ali Leotawa. Murray Martin is still a halfback because Luke Metcalf hates this club, apparently.
He does now because yeah.
Whatever a Micaiah Tafua is. Why are there so many Tafuas?
He's a white guy. George Tafua was this
I think this is a typo. This guy's name is actually Michael
Smith.
Thomas. They've got a Jason Salalino.
Kayla's
Kayla's Fadianopa.
There's Jyla Nane. I've actually heard that name. There's Chance.
Chance,
jersey
yeah.
22.
He won't be playing. He hasn't played for ages.
Hopefully he comes back because I actually don't mind him.
I do too.
On the Sharks side, Jesse Ramian's back in, which is good for them, I suppose. They've got Cole Hoon starting at prop now because Adam's out. Toby Rudolph. Billy Burns is still there. They've got Beryl starting, but he swapped with Voodoo before kickoff last time, so he'll probably do that again. They've got Tuka Tapua there.
I know how to do that.
Also a Blake Hosking.
Hello, Blake.
And Michael Gabriel, who I'm pretty sure is probably going to be their centre next year with Raymond.
Are you gonna come down from the clouds or something?
Gabriel.
If the Warriors don't win this game, they should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah, they will win.
They should win this
Yeah.
game.
Aaron Clark will go mental. He'll run further.
I think Jacob Laban has a good chance of actually doing pretty well
Yeah.
here. Look for him.
I actually like
to
Tanner Smith too. I think he's
He's
pretty
fun. The youngest bald guy ever.
He
It's like
reminds-
Alex Caruso.
No,
Who's he remind me of? Ray Stone a little bit.
Yeah, I
Reminds
can
me of-
see that.
Yeah. It's all babies. Babies are all bald. Most of them.
Yes.
They're all little Winstons.
And now we
Where's
get
Dad?
the last two games of this week are just going to be crap. Eels Raiders.
Raiders win.
Raiders maybe. I don't
Well,
know.
who knows?
They lose Strange and Young to Origin and Tarley to injuries. Now Jed Stewart's in the team again.
Yeah.
Dane Laurie is the 5'8". They've got who's did everything bad. Art Madiotta is the second rower. They've got a Vina Patuki case.
Morgan Smithies is.
Morgan Smithies is there. They've got Kobe Black, Joe Roddy. Just a bunch of
There's
them there.
a horse on the thing.
Oh yeah, Jake Clydesdale.
Clydesdale.
Great.
That's right. They also have a car there somewhere. Chevy.
Chevy's there. You know, and the Eels is the same as last week. So
Yeah.
I don't know. These are two teams that just play with effort but aren't overly good. So this
Yeah.
could be actually pretty fun.
Maybe the.
I'm gonna pick the Eels.
Maybe the Eels.
I'm gonna
win.
pick the Eels.
I took the Raiders.
Pick the Eels.
Well, if the Raiders play like they did last week, the Eels will beat them.
Go
the whole thing.
Go Eels. I like the Eels. And then ending out the week, Tigers Titans.
Oh, it's gonna be terrible.
Whoa! Who's ready for this absolute barn burner?
My word.
This is gonna be awesome.
I
Taylor
actually
May's
took the
back.
Titans.
I think the Tigers win.
Taylor May and his paper mache shoulder is back. Stafford Toe is also there, which means Taruva is on the wing now. Macassini is still playing somehow. I'm pretty sure his arm is falling off as we speak. Who is it? Tony Sukar is now on the
Yep.
second row. Kai Pearce Paul is still there and he's good. But Sione Fainu is back from concussion.
Patrick
Playing
Herbert.
lock.
They probably missed him a little bit.
Pat Herbert 17 because sure they've got whatever a Javon Andrews is.
Josizi Lanyon.
Josis Lanyon.
Lanyon.
Something I
Is
can
that
wear
something
around my
you
neck.
got
Very good. And on the Titans side, Randall is out, I think, through injury. Fafita and Tino are out for Origin. So Jalen DeGroot,
He's fine.
he's fine. I don't mind him. They got Mo as their
Mo.
captain of prop. Cooper Bye's still there. Cleese Haas is back starting prop.
Cleese is good, actually.
Jet Liu, new man on the bench.
Hey, I loved you in Lethal Weapon 4.
He looks like a Moai head. He looks like he could be related to James Tarmo.
What?
He looks like he could be related to James
Not
Tarmo.
even close.
He's 194, 111. He's the right size.
He was born in New South Wales.
Okay, well, maybe it was after they moved.
I loved you in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragons.
You're a doof. Adam Christensen, Luke Summerton, Lachlan Earlier still can't get a crack, and Michael Molo is still in the league. When did that happen?
Well, he's not dead.
Michael Molo is there. He's playing for the Titans now. I did not know that.
There you go.
There you go. I don't know who's going to win this game. The Titans apparently don't have a coach.
I think he got on the piss or something, man.
Josh, where'd you go? Josh! He's pulled a Harold Hull. He's disappeared. No.
Dear.
Who is this Drew Altram?
Well, Ashley Klein.
Who are
was
you?
referee.
What
I know he's
invest-
the review.
Oh, this is why they're so bad. They've got investment bankers doing touch judge jobs now. You see the Wolf of Wall Street, right? He looks like the guy that runs the investment thing that Belfort goes to after he's fired.
What, the Kiwi dude?
No, not the lecture dude at the beginning of the movie.
right.
Where he goes like they're in like a basement or something, and he's the guy that.
All right, yeah, I think I know.
That's who he reminds me of. I'll put up a photo of him because I don't know whether I'm right, but that's who he reminds me of.
Drew Altram.
There you go. This is going to be the worst game ever played because it always is between these two, and the Titans are going to win because why not?
Yep, the Titans.
Go the Titans!
I want the Titans to win, but I think the Tigers might bounce back.
Man, this is great. I love Origin.
Apart from the fact that Appy Coruscant's not playing because somehow he's in the New South Wales team.
This is the most I've laughed on a video.
I love Origin. Period.
I'm so loopy
I'm
right
just
now.
so glad that the Cowboys are having a break this week.
Woo,
I think they need one.
I don't have to watch them be stupid. Hooray!
I think they need a break.
Anything else that happened during the week?
The
The Spurs won a game.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Series is 2-1.
2-1.
Madison Square Garden is currently being flashbanged as we speak because New York fans are nuts.
The Artemis 3 crew got announced.
Oh yeah, I did.
That was today.
You remember that? There was a random rocket that flew over Queensland. That no one
Apparently
knew
so
about.
that nobody knew. That's great. I heard that on the radio today.
Love that.
Yep.
Well, by the time the Artemis crew would have been announced yesterday, by the time we uploaded.
I have a question. I disparage Donald Trump a lot. This isn't a politics thing. He goes to Game 3 at Madison Square Garden and falls asleep. How do you fall asleep at a basketball
He's
game?
old.
Let alone
nearly
one
80.
in the finals.
He's old and he just.
I just say,
grandpa naps.
if anyone from that side brings out Sleepy Joe again, I'm going to be mad because that's ridiculous. Imagine if Albanese showed up to the grand final and fell asleep. If the Rabbitohs were in it.
Well, to be fair, he's about 30 years younger than Donald Trump.
No,
Not
but like,
quite 20 years younger than
imagine
Donald
the
Trump.
amount of mockery that would happen.
He just gets mocked just.
Well, yeah, true. He gets
Albanese.
back for being Albanese, and he deserves most of it. I think.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's not been a good prime minister. But anyway,
he just kind of sounds like an artichoke.
yeah.
So
You know what artichokes sound like? I've eaten them before.
this week,
They're very annoying, and they taste gross.
they're not that bad.
How do you know what
They're
Albanese
better
tastes
than
like?
Choco.
I suppose that's true. If you guys want an addictive rugby league thing to do now, there's a basketball thing that popped up in the last couple of weeks called 82 and 0, where you get to like draft your all-time like team, and you do a simulation to see how well they would go in a season. There's an NRL version of it now. I've been doing it for like the past hour and a half, and my teams always suck. So
Called Set 27.
have fun.
27-o.com.
There's two of them. There's one that's an independent one, and there's one that's done by the Cast Patrol, another good rugby league podcast. Check those guys out. They are hilarious. So have fun with those. You could stay up to 1:30 a.m. pretending that you can justify having Aiden Guerra in your team and saying that they would go to the grand final.
Woot.
Patrick Herbert. Semi-final non-hero Patrick Herbert.
It wasn't a semi, it was only the.
It was the qualifying final. And it was up here too.
Well, yeah, but it's
Everything
COVID.
was up here.
Good
Yeah.
times. But I think that's me done. Anybody else got anything to add? No, really. Got anything? Snoring. Fair enough. I think annoying. That does
House
offend.
inspections are annoying.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I agree with that.
Anyway,
It's fun. I couldn't do anything fun because I just had to sit and wait for the person to show up.
it wasn't fairly early that they showed
Oh,
up.
they should have been like 11:30. It was fine. It was not too bad. I guess we will see.
Cool.
Game.
Okay, guys, enjoy your football.
We don't care. I want the Titans to win, so boo the Tigers because we have to be against one team every week apparently. So Titans bad, Broncos bad.
Yep.
Go
Those
Yeah.
other teams. Go to
You just
Parramatta.
You just said Titans bad.
Titans bad, Tigers worse, Titans win. Yay.
Go Titan. Go Titan.
Titan win game.
We will see
Yay.
you.
Titan beat Bronco.
We'll see you.
Bye.
I think pre-Origin is when
Yes.
this one will come out.
Yep.
We'll see you then.
Bye.
Catch you guys.